Hello there, my name is Redwin, and today I will be painting. I haven't done this before. I'm very nervous, but I have chosen and elected to use a black canvas, cadmium red, and Mars black. 3 very simple components that I hope to transform into something legible. I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's how you learn, right? It's just by throwing yourself straight into the fray. Here we go. It's time to do this. Okay. I have no idea what I'm going to be composing here. This is all just coming straight out the dome. And as a frame of reference, I can only see about this much of the canvas at any one given moment. So I'm painting blind, I'm painting with very bright colors, and we're just going to see where this goes. So I think I'd like to start off with something very simple, something rather approachable, and that is a landscape. I'm going to come through here and I'm going to try and make a sky, yes. And what I want to do is to have the brightest section of the sky be towards the center of the painting so that it kind of has a gradient up the higher it goes in the image. So I'm just going to start with something very brave, something very bold. I'm just going to make a line right across the center of our painting here. Yes, just like this. And just going to blend that in, get that nice and bold. Just going to put it right here, and that right there is modern art. I tell you what. But that's okay. We're not even close to being done. We have just begun. So what I want to do now, I want to take some more of this cad red. I want to pull up, just like this. I'm just going to blend this up, just like that. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Paints aren't exactly flowing. Just kind of winging it. It's just quite tiring. I've got a male shirt on that weighs about 25 pounds. It's weighing down on my arms. It's not that exhausting. I'm not wearing the rest of my harness. This is a rather light configuration as far as armor goes. Right now we're just focused on getting something up. Oh man, my arm is feeling it. This is also the first time I've painted at this scale. This is a 16 by 20 canvas, and I'm using a very relatively small flat brush. Come back through here. And my canvas is wobbling all over the place. But you know what? This is action. This is action. We are painting in blood. We're fighting this canvas. We're beating it into submission. We're making it do what we want. That sounds really awful. Good God. What have I done to this canvas? That's all right. I think it looks rather well. I wish I had a bigger fucking brush. This is unfortunately all I have to work with, but that's okay. Just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Keep trying to pin this fucking canvas down with my leg. I'm just gonna fucking beat the shit out of it. I'm gonna take my gauntleted fists and I'm gonna bash its skull into the dirt until the judges call a halt. Okay, so we have our battlefield haze, our blood smeared canvas here for glory and for honor. The next thing that I would like to do is using more cadmium red, And come down the center here. I'm gonna make this. I'd like there to be some sort of river in this scene. I think this is a decent way of doing it. Ooh, getting a lot of accidental bursts of pigment here, which is not what I want, but it's what I'm getting. Yes, really what we're doing here is we're thinking in layers. We're taking the foundation of our concept and we're building it from the ground up. I have in my head a general mental image of what I want this to look like. I'm breaking it down to the base components. So while it doesn't look like much, it might just look like I stabbed a guy and pressed his body against the canvas. We're getting there. We are getting there. Unfortunately, I think the water that I applied here, I kind of fucked up my pigments. So I'm going to try and recover this. Come across a nice broad stroke. There we go. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that contrast we wanted, that saturation right there at the bottom. Just like that. I'm gonna grab more red here. I'm actually gonna really cake it on. Really cake it on this edge here. And do it on the other side. Really cake that on. Yeah, I want to try and create a sweeping gradient. And it's very saturated and full and bright on the corners. And we'll kind of ease it into the center of the canvas where it gets a little muddy there, but then it gets nice and bright on the other end. Just gonna keep coming through here. You gotta beat this thing relentlessly until you get where you want to go. There we are. There. I've got a bit of a haze kind of swooping in from the sides. That's about what I wanted. I'm going to get another loading of our red here. I'm going to come along, just put some nice thick red strokes right along down here. Alright, so I think we've got our bright background here. Maybe just exactly how I wanted it. Not really, but I'm making do. Now we're gonna get our palette knife here that I haven't mixed at all. I'm a little scared to mess this up and get it all over the place. But what I want to do now is I want to put a mountain here. Perhaps all around here, but I'm thinking just a nice central mountain right in the middle there. And the best way I've seen to do that is with one of these. I'm just gonna mix. Ooh, hold this down here. I'm gonna mix this around. Alright, so now what I want to do, I'm just gonna fucking send it. I'm gonna put a peak here. That's not really doing what I wanted to. I'm gonna try yeah, so we're gonna come through with our palette knife. We're just gonna get out the general impression of a mountain. Whoa, there's a lot of black. That wasn't intentional, but we'll work with it. There we are. So we're just gonna come through here, pull this shit down. I'm gonna try and make the semblance of a mountain. Yeah, so we're just gonna put some little ridges on here. Come down the middle, just like that. Also, what I'd like to do is some of that on there. Why not? Why not? I do want it to extend down over this area here. Come through. Put a little more here. Try and rotate our knife a little bit. Get it to do what we want. Fighting takes control. Control and technique, and patience and instinct. Most of which I lack. But I'm gonna get the shape of this mountain to kind of pop against the sky. Just like that. Probably what I'll also do is come through here. Put some on the side here. I'm not gonna render these out a crazy amount, but it would be nice to give this mountain some comrades, some allies, some friends. No war is won with a single soldier. Unless you're guts, I suppose. There we are, and I think I'll come through here, maybe add a little more roots to these sections over here. I do want that red to shine through, but I want the black to do. Oh. I'm not going to finish that sentence. We've got some mountains now. Those look quite nice. Now what I would like to do is make some trees. And I will say I have a secret surprise at the very end that I like to add. We'll see how long that takes with this piece here. That was fun. I quite enjoyed that. Got a good use out of our palette knife there. Now I'm going to take this other flat brush that I have here. This is going to be my black brush. Whew. And I'm going to try adding silhouettes down here. Just down a line here. Just down a line here. Line. Come through with our black. I'm going to put all these little trunks here. I'm going to put some leaves on there. Simple. Just dabbing it in there with our paint. And try and make some pine looking things. I wish I knew more about trees and typologies to do something else, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with some pines. I could try just fucking around making up shapes too. Yeah. Making black on black. And it actually doesn't appear to show up very well. What I can tell, probably what I'll end up doing is painting these on, and then I'll go back over them with the red and make them pop, give them some highlights. Oh, that's a sad little guy there. That's okay. He's just tired. He's not sad. He's had a long day on the battlefield. He just needs some rest. That's all he's doing. He's just taking a little break. Gotta conserve your energy. The fight's ahead. We're just gonna take some more black. I'm gonna put a big old tree right here. Surely that shows up on camera. Put a big old fella right there. I'm gonna dab him in there. Give him some love. I'll come back over him with some red. See what I can make him do. There we are. We're gonna go ahead, give this guy a brother right over here. Come down, just like that. We're gonna give him a twin on the other side. These two are the guardians of the forest, serving as the entrance of our portal here into another world. Yeah, so what I want to do now is bring back our little red brush here. Good friend of mine. Take our red, and I want to come through here, put some red on these trees, just so you can see them a little better. Give them some highlights against the sky. Well, these might be a little more evident on the canvas as to what they are, or they could be completely devoid of detail and you kind of just can't really tell. That's okay either way. You're just messing around with it, seeing if we can get it to follow our orders. There. So now we got some red splashing through here. Gives a little more something to look at. There. That looks well enough, I think. I don't know how legible that is, but I don't know. It's alright to me. And now, the last little bit I'd like to do here, I'm actually going to have to wait and dry this out before I throw on the final touch. We'll come back to this. I'll take a little break, get some water, and come back to finish this off. Alright, so our canvas here has had a little time to dry. I got a bit of water, and I want to come back through here and put a centerpiece, a subject, straight into this landscape here to give it some life. And what better subject can I think of for some sort of creature against a mountain than a dragon? So that's what I'm going to add here, right in the center, going up the middle. And we're just gonna see what happens. See what we can do with this. So, we'll take a little bit of our cadmium red here on our flat brush. Wipe off the excess. I'm gonna put a big old body there. Kind of down the mountain, just like that. We'll come back through, grab more of this paint. Go back over this stroke. Just really iron this out. want this to be as thick as I can possibly get it. That's more like it. Just like that. And keep coming back. More and more paint. More and more of this red. And we really want this figure to pop. We're just going to layer it on nice and thick. Nice and thick. Keep adding layers. Get a nice, strong figure here. Just like that. Just like that. We can even tap it out. Try and give it some scales here, and I'm actually gonna bring this down. Try and get that tail to extend right there. Yeah. Alright, so now that we've got this general form, I'm gonna come through this little doodad here, this little guy, this little brush, and pick up some cadmium red. Get it all nice and on there. Just gonna throw in the legs. This great beast. This great beast. Just gonna come through here, nice and easy. Put our limbs. This big guy. And what I want to do, get nice, ton of brush paint right up here on our brush. Come up the top, put a little head up there. Just like that. Just like that. Give it a horn, something like that. A second, right there. 2 horns on that thing. Something I'm gonna try here. This is gonna be risky. This is gonna be bold. I'm gonna get a good amount of paint here. Gonna come off the shoulder, and I'm gonna go out like this. You do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. And come down. Just like that. The same on the other side. Interesting. I'll come down and I'll do the same in the middle. Something like that. Fill that in. Might have gotten a little too messy there, but now flatten out this brush. Go down the middle. Fill this in a bit. There we go. Interesting. Not really sure how the anatomy pans out on this, but I tried. Something I could do as well. Put more of these little spines on here. I think I'm just not getting enough paint on my brush. And something I did think that could be kind of cool. Put a red sun there. I don't know why. I just thought it might be a cool little stylistic layer. Now while I'm here, while this dragon has had some time to dry, I'm just going to come back over and try and use all my cadmium red. I'm just going to try and fill this form in, make it as strong as I can, as colorful as possible. Nice and saturated. We want it to really, really stand out. Well, I think that right there is about as finished as this is going to get. Unless I want to come back over and mess with all the little details. I think I'm quite happy with it. There you have it. The first piece that I've done with these paints at this size in this armor. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. If you want, these paintings will be available as print in the description if you want to support the channel. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you may be, and I'll see you next time.